What's up guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to replace original version 1 PS4 controller with a brand new shell, which I'm using is a translucent purple, and this also comes with all the buttons, which I may not use all of the buttons, but I'll probably keep the D-pad and the standard buttons and then replace the analog stick. So all you need is a Phillips crosshead screwdriver. This is positive 00, and just a pry tool. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. There are 4 screws at the back, and this will only work with version 1. Version 2s are slightly different where things are placed, so you have to make sure you buy the right case, the right shell for your version of controller. Okay, I find it easy to just pop the 2 handles at the end and then lift that up slightly. You don't want to forcefully rip it apart, else you might break something. I was lucky there, but it just popped out. I'm going to remove this ribbon cable here, which is connected to the USB charging and the light. So you just pull that tab up and that's easily removed. Now with the version 1s, remember there's this reset rubber bit which is already popped out somewhere. You kind of don't want to lose that. The next up is to remove the battery. So you just lift this, just wiggle this out, and then it should just pop out like that. We're just going to leave that to one side and then work on the back plate here. Okay, so there's 2 screws at the top here by the light bar. We are going to remove them. Then lift off this clear plastic bit. And 2 more screws for the charging port circuit board. To identify whether you got version 1 or version 2 is here. This one says JD5001 and has the 2 screws on the side here, which indicates that this is version 1. And then we can take our light bar out, press X to JSON. I think this has some tape here, so we have to remove that tape. There we go, there's the circuit board out, and we can replace it with our new back shell. Just line everything up. Put the light bar back in, and once the light bar is in, grab this little clear plastic bit, and then there's 2 holes that line up there, and then there's some like sticky foam. Just press it down, secure it in, grab this white plastic clip, and they just slot in the wrong way. And then this goes on top. And that's the back plate done. Now work on the main board. Right, there is one screw in the middle here which we can remove. That connects to the main board. You need to take off this little plastic bit at the front. Battery holder is off. Okay, there is a ribbon cable there that we do need to remove. I think, and that's the light bar. Okay, remove that ribbon cable and then lift everything off. So the whole board, even the triggers, are still in place. Let's remove the touchpad and then the buttons. In fact, we can probably just replace the buttons straight away. So, like I said, I'm going to use these ones rather than the purple ones. Now we're going to keep the purple analog sticks, I think, although I might change these for a metal one. Yeah, these plastic ones that do not have the square, triangle and X's, so kind of pointless. Trigger buttons are kind of cool though. Could maybe reuse these. Triangle, circle, square, they all fit into place, so can't really get this wrong. Alright, so everything is removed from the old front facing controller. Grab our touchpad. Now just going to get the whole main board and frame. Oh wait, we need to remove these analogs. Just pop out. Make sure you connect the touchpad ribbon cable back in. Now just going to install the analog sticks. Right, once you put the main board in, make sure the buttons are not stuck, and they do press in. So. Get a battery holder, place this back in, it just clips on, just like so. You can screw in this back, the main screw for the board. Battery goes back in. Now let's see if do I change these trigger buttons or not. I mean, I kind of like it as it is with the black and the purple. So I might not change the trigger buttons, but if you ever do need to change it, it's quite simple. You just unclip it here. But be careful, there is a spring that will come off and you need that. I'm just going to test this, see what it looks like. I think I just prefer the black. The original ones. But yeah, if you need to change, then that's how you do that. So I'm going to keep the analog sticks as is, but I do need to put these back in now. So they go like that. The spring. Be careful when you put it back because this is probably going to fall off. And just clip it back on, line it up where there's like a little groove where the spring goes in. You can't really see, but it's like in there. It holds the spring in place. Do the same with the right. There we go, triggers are now in. To take the L1 and R1 out, you do need to pop the main frame of it out a little bit, and then these just pull out. Right, next we're going to get our back plate. Just connect this in there. Flip it and make sure that's in there correctly. Oh wait, get my little rubber bit for the reset button, and then flip it. And now make sure the buttons feel nice before you screw everything back in. Seems fine. So there you go guys, that is how you replace the version 1 PS4 controller with a new shell. Do need to take off this Destiny sticker though. It's not bad, I don't mind it. There is no grip to the back here, which feels a little bit slippery compared to the original where it has some kind of texture to it. So that is kind of disappointing, but I can always just replace the back and keep the front purple translucent. And I might also change these analogs to like an aluminium analog sticks instead of the plastic rubber ones, but yeah, I don't mind it, it looks alright. A little bit of customization for the PS4 controller. So I hope this tutorial has been useful for you guys, and I'll see you again on another one.